In this lecture, we'll be looking at few examples of how to find square roots by the long division method. I'll be solving a few short examples at first, and then we'll solve a question also, one or two questions also. Let's start. So find the square root of 841 by long division method. So by long division method. See, you can find the square root of 841 using prime factorization also. That is not an issue. And of course, you can find it by using calculator also. But if they have mentioned that you have to find the square root by long division method, then this is what is used. So just see how I solve this question. We'll see few examples. Because first time it's a bit difficult. So the number 841, I'll have to make a pair. But the pair has to start from the, I have to go from the right to the left. From right to the left. For example, if 841 is there, I'll first make a pair. 41 would be a pair. 8 is alone, so I can't make a pair. But if you compare it with something like 7056, if you see, this is the first pair, this is the second pair. So I have to make pairs starting from when you have written the number from right to left. So for example, if the number is 17956, the rule is that we'll start from the right. So 56 would be one pair, 79 would be another pair, and 1 would be alone. 961, so 61 would be the first pair, 9 would be the next pair, 44 would be the first pair, and 14 would be the next pair. So this is how the pairing is done. So the first step is to make the pairs. So 41 here, 8 here, and usually this is how the finding the square root when finding the square root. This is how the long division method looks like. So the first number is 8. Now I have to pick a number such that the square is less than or equal to 8. Because 3 threes are 9, so I can't exceed this number. So the best number is 2. So 2 twos are 4, and the remaining is 4. The remainder is 4. This pair of 41 that I had made, this whole of the pair would come down. It is not like we do in a simple division that only one number comes down. Here in the long division method of finding the square root, the whole of the pair comes down. So now the number which I am left is 441. So the next part is critical. Now if you see, I have 2 as a quotient. You take the quotient, you multiply it by 2. So 2 twos are 4. So I have written 4 here. And then put a blank space. In the blank space, you have to put a number such that if you, so for example, so for example, 4 blank, let me write it here. 4 blank. So I have to put some number here. The same number would be multiplied here. And then this number should either be equal to this number 441 or it should be less than that. So let me write 8 here. If I write 8 here, if I write 8 here and the same number has to be repeated here. So 8 8 is 64, 8 4 is 32 and 38. 384 is less than 441. But can I take a higher number? If I take a higher number, 9 into 9, the number becomes 441. Of course, I have a 441 here. So I put 9 here and the same number has to be put here. And 9 nines are 81, 441. So my answer would be this quotient. This quotient, 29 would be the answer. At first, it seems complicated, and that is why I have taken 2-3 examples. So please follow along. Let's go to the second example. So let me find the square root of 7056 using the long division method. So 7056, the first step is to make the pairs. I have made the pairs 70 and 56. So 70 and 56 are the pairs. Then I just focus on the first pair. So 70 is the number. What is the number whose square is either equal to 70 or less than 70? So 9 nines are 81. So 8 eights are 64. So 64 is the correct number. If I put 64 here, the remainder is 6. then whole of this pair 56 will come down. So my new number which I have to focus is 656. And on this side, I have the quotient 8. Multiply 8 by 2. The quotient has to be always quotient multiplied by 2 always. Then there will be a blank here. I have to find a number such that if I have 16 blank, some number has to be put here so that the same number, when it multiplies like this number which I get should be less than this. So what would be the number? 4 is a number, 164. Because if I multiply these, I get the answer 656, which is equal to 656. Let me take another example to show what happens if I would have taken some other number. So let me erase this, and just to make things clearer, let me do something like this. So let me say that I had taken 7. So if I had taken 7, so 167 into 7. 7 sevens are 49, 7 6 are 42, 46, 7 on the 7, 11. See, if I had multiplied by 7, it would have exceeded. So that is why the number which fits here would be 6. So 6 6 is 36. 6 6 is 36, 36, 39, 6 on the 6. Oh, the number is 4. I'm sorry. The number would be, again, okay, just as an example, if we take 6 as a number, so 6 6 are 36, 6 6 are 36, 39, 6 on the 6, 9, 996. Now 996 again exceeds 656. So I have to reduce, and that is why the correct number which I had taken was 4. So the number which I am looking for is 4. Why? Because if I multiply like this, so 4 4 are 16, 6 4 are 24, 25, 4 1 the 4, 656. So 656 is the correct number which I can put here, and my answer would be, the quotient would be the answer. Answer would be the quotient. I hope it is making sense. Let us take another example. In the end, we'll be solving two questions also, so don't worry. Let's look at the third example. I wanted to take the few solved example first so that it starts making sense. So let's take a 5-digit number 17956. The first thing is to make the pairs. The pair have to be made from the right to the left. So 56 is the first pair, then I have 79, then I have 1. So 17956. So the first number is 1. I just have to focus on 1. So 1 ones are 1. I take 7 down. Then this is the quotient which I focus on. I multiply the quotient by 2. So 1 2s are 2. Then there's a blank space here. I have to find a number like this. I have to find a number like this so that if I multiply whatever number you put here has to be multiplied by the same number so that the answer is either less than or equal to this number. So the number which I get is 69. You try some other number 24, then it will be greater, or you require multiplied by 2, the number would be less, 4 would make it greater, so 3 is the correct number. So I take the remainder 79 minus 69 is 10. Then again I focus on 13. 13 2s are 26. 26 has come here. Then put like this. So 26 is the number. Then I have a blank space here. The blank space will always have a single digit. Remember that. So 4, the number, the correct, I have to choose a number which when multiplied by itself would be either less than or equal to 1056 because 56 has come down. Whole of the pair, always remember then that in long division or finding the square root, whole of the pair comes down. So 56 has come down. So 1056, 264 multiplied by 4. The answer is 1056, and therefore the final answer would be 134. My final answer final answer would be 1, 3. So these are the numbers. These are the two numbers which you can practice. I actually would recommend you to pause the video and try it on your own. And let's do it. So 961. I put this is how the finding the square root looks like. The sign looks like. I form the pairs first. 261 is the first pair. 9 is alone. So I find a number which when multiplied by itself is less than or equal to this number. So 3 is a number, so 3 3 is a 9. The remainder is 0. Whole of the 61 comes down. Yeah. Now, this is the quotient. I multiply this quotient by 2, 6. I put a blank here, always a single blank. I have to take a number such that when the number it is multiplied by itself, the answer should be less than or equal to 1. Incidentally, 1 is a number because 61 ones are 61. And finally, the answer would be 1. So I hope you got the same answer. Try 1444. Again and again, what I'm specifying is the same questions can be done by prime factorization also. But because we are learning how to find the square roots using the long division, this is a method which I'm following. So 1444, let's make the pairs first. So this is a number I have to multiply with a number such that the number when it is multiplied by itself, the answer should be less than 14 or equal to 14. So 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. 4 is not the correct number. 3 3s are 9 is correct. So 3 3s are 9. I have 5. Whole of this 44 will come down. Let me rub here to some space. Yeah. So the double of 3, double of quotient or multiplied by 2 is 6. I put a blank here. Now see, I have to reach 544. Either I can reach 544 or I should be less than 544. So, the trick here is I know that the whatever number I put here, I should try to have at least 4. So 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, 2 2s are 4. 2 doesn't, 6 6 are 36, 7 7 are 49, 8. 8 seems to be the number. So if you multiply it by 8, 8 8 is 64. 8 6 is 48 and 6, that is 5. So 6 8, I can put 8 here, 8 here, and 544 would be the answer, and therefore my correct answer, the square root would be 38. 38 would be the square root of 1444. So I hope I have made this clear. If you want to practice, you can do these kind of questions also. They are also, you can try your skill on solving these questions. Again, the pairs, the critical thing is the pairing 76, 5, 61, 9, 14, 44, 89, 44, 62, 41, 54, 76, 90, 25, 75, 69. So this is how it is done. And in the same exercise, when this questions are done, then questions like these are also asked. Find the least number which must be subtracted, find the least number which must be added, find the greatest number of 6 digits which is a perfect square, find the least number of 4 digits which is a perfect square. This is what we'll be doing in the next lectures. So I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching.